Hi Lindsay. So here's a quick video that I'm going to put together for you to show you how to use the pieces I created for the template and how to put it all together in Canva. Canva is great because you can of course do the stock photos, but also do a little bit of photo editing. So if you don't have Photoshop or a program like that, this is a great thing to use. So you can use either presentation. This size is it's like 1200, yeah, or 1000 by 700 and something. Or you can use custom dimensions. I use, I think, 960 times 600 for Stacy's. But we're just going to go ahead and click on this one. This will work great for a blog. It's a great size. And while that opens up, so you kind of think of it as layers and that you're creating layers. So we're going to start with the photo. Now, of course, you can Google and use any of their images, and they have a lot for $1. I use that all the time for Stacy's. But you can also, I'm going to do this using any stock photos you might already own or pictures you take yourself. So the first thing you're going to do is go to Uploads and upload your own image. And I am going to go to Documents. And I have a great little gardening type photo here. So I'm going to open that up. And then once it's loaded, I'm just going to click on it. Now it's much smaller than our thing here, but the great thing is you can resize it and it seems to do quite well. It doesn't affect the quality. So you just, in the corner, pull it to fill the space. And you can even, if you want it to highlight something, more like the tools, or if you want it to highlight more of the plant, you can move it around. Anyway, just fill that space however you want with your photo. And then we're going to upload, I have created for you 3 bars that match the colors of your site, and I will have this in a little folder that I'll send to you. So you can use any one of them. We're just going to go ahead and go with the gray to keep it simple today. And then click on it and it adds it over here. Just stretch it a little to make it fit, and then you can move it if you want it towards the top, if you want it at the bottom, if you want it in the middle. We'll kind of go right here. Now you can leave it blank like this, but what I like to do, and what seems to be pretty popular right now, is to change the opacity of this so that it's somewhat see-through. That way you don't lose all of the picture behind it. So if you click on this little arrow and it says transparency, click on that and there's a slider, and you can slide it to be whatever you want. So we'll do it right there. And there we go. Now the next thing that I created to add to this, and you're welcome to use it or not, is a little logo tab. And click on that. And this you can make bigger, you can keep it small. I was thinking this could go kind of at the top of your images. Resize it to whatever you want to fit. But that way you've got your logo and kind of somewhat of a watermark on your images that you upload. Okay, now all that's left is to add the text. And you click on text. They've got lots of free options here. I think my favorite of the options that I thought would look really great with your site is this Blackbird one. It's always a little slower when I'm recording, but anyway, I really like the script font here. It's easy to read, but still gives just a little bit of that feminine touch to it. And then this block type at the end, bottom for a subtitle. So let's just quickly, we'll just make up a title here. So to change the title, you click on this first word and go to the end and backspace. And we'll just say gardening. And then click out. I find that easy to do that. And then click on these little words. And you can do, so to caps lock, natural tips. Okay, and then you can move it however you want. Now if you want to make it a little bigger, you can do that as well. Go up to 96. Well, I guess you have to highlight it first. It's not really doing that, but anyway, now I'm kind of intrigued why it won't change size. Okay, so now it's working. You can change the color by clicking on this. I think white goes really well with the darker color, but if you wanted to change anything, that's where you would do it. You can also set it to where it's all uppercase. So on this one down here, you wouldn't have to do caps lock. You could just click here, do uppercase, and then it would automatically do that. And that's it. Then to download it, you just click download. I always use the image high quality PNG. Now because these were all images that I pulled in, there's no cost to them. It would only be, if I used one of their stock photos, a cost there. And usually those pieces that you downloaded will be there every time you come back, so it'll make it really easy to do it. And that's it. So now it has downloaded, and you can go to your download folder and save it wherever you want on your hard drive and then upload it to your blog post. And although I will admit I'm not really loving the quality of this, so I don't know if because the photo was not one of theirs. Usually their photos stretch really well, so that might be something to keep in mind, and you probably won't want to make this bigger. I can make it bigger in Photoshop if you want it to be this size. I think I'll do that. I'll make it a little bigger so that when you pull it in, you don't have to stretch it and get that look. So anyway, other than that, I think if you have fairly good size stock photos that are over 1,000 pixels wide, then you won't have to stretch it and it'll be fine. And I have found with their images, it doesn't make it blurry when you stretch their images. So I guess it's just things you pull in that don't do well being stretched. Okay, so now real quick, I wanted to go back, and for Pinterest, Pinterest does really well in this, let's see, yeah, in kind of this size right here, that up and down vertical size. So using the same item, so if you were doing the same blog post, just go to your uploads, first add the photo. Again, I mean, it didn't work so well to stretch it before, but just to give you an idea of how to do it. And actually, you know what? Oh yeah, so we'll just do this for now. And then, okay, and then what I like to do is add the bar. So we'll choose a purple bar. And you can make these any color to match your photos. So put one at the top and then click it again. One at the bottom. And then you can put in your title. Also add in your logo. There we go. And so let's do text. And we'll do the same one again just to keep it consistent. Okay, and we'll change this to white. And the size. Anyway, and we'll type in gardening. And what's nice is you can also separate these, I think. Well, let me see. Well, maybe not. And change that to white. see, let's do the all caps, uppercase. Okay. And then down here, you can put, you can find a simple font, maybe this one here. Do it white, do it a little bigger. And then for the text, put in your website. Hopefully I spelled that right. And then slide this down here. And again, you can make it bigger. Do it up to maybe 24. And there you go. There you've got your Pinterest image that you can load right in at the end of your post so that it's easy to pin for people when they're there, to pin it to Pinterest, for you to pin it to your Pinterest, however you want to work with that. Same sort of principle goes with social media. This is a great size for Instagram or Facebook. And they just, your Facebook post here, that's a great size. So that's it. And a lot of times you can use, do the image first, buy it once through them. And then what I usually do with Stacy's is I will buy it and then download just the image at a high size. So I'll do it at like 1200 by 600. And then I can pull it back in, whether it's in Photoshop or in here, so that you can use it again and again, and you don't have to pay that $1 every single time you download with it. So kind of play around with that. Same principle if you have any other type of photo editing software. There are some free options if you don't really like some of the things with Canva, but I think Canva can work out to be a pretty good option. And I like a lot of the different fun things they have for text and things you can do. So I hope that was helpful. We'll talk to you later. Bye.